Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-2181, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2181 is housed in a standard humanoid containment cell at Site-145. Monitoring is to be done by closed-circuit camera only. Cell should not have windows. Cell door is to be furnished with an external manual non-electric lock, in addition to standard site-wide remote electronic locking mechanisms. The door is to remain closed and locked while personnel are within the cell. Should SCP-2181 lock the door to its containment cell, personnel are to wait 15 minutes before manually disengaging the lock and re-engaging remotely. SCP-2181 is to be supplied with a misting bottle of saline fluid that should be refilled every 2 days. Requests for food, music, and toys are to be brought to the site director for approval. Addendum. After Event 2181-02, personnel within the containment cell are to remain at least 5 meters from locked doors in the event that SCP-2181 becomes distressed. Description: SCP-2181 is a small humanoid of indeterminate gender with semi-opaque skin, appearing approximately 7 years of age. SCP-2181 has not aged visibly since containment. It does not require physical sustenance, though it often makes requests for baked sweets. The orbits of the eyes are 11.5 centimeters in diameter, nearly 5 times that of a typical 7-year-old human, with accompanying deformities to the frontal, parietal, and zygomatic bones of the cranium. The eyelids are disproportionately small in comparison, and SCP-2181 has developed keratoconjunctivitis sicca, excessive dryness of the eyes, as a result. SCP-2181 has a considerably greater visual acuity and range than a normal human. Testing has revealed that SCP-2181 can close and lock any door within sight, as well as windows, hatches, and any other covering placed in a wall, ceiling, or floors. SCP-2181 is not capable of opening doors at a distance. SCP-2181 will close and lock or seal doors seemingly at random, reacting with extreme distress if it is not allowed or able to do so. Its behavior when left alone is otherwise generally considered normal for a 7-year-old child. SCP-2181 displays a number of abnormal behaviors, including giggling to itself when alone, violent play with toys, and extreme fear responses to doors slamming and unexpected changes in its surroundings. It is generally introverted and tends to mumble when speaking. Dr. Wygant has given a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder, likely stemming from emotional abuse, and has been assigned as SCP-2181 psychologist as of, though introversion and reluctance to communicate have increased since Event 2181-02. SCP-2181 was contained on March 1, 1976, when it exited Site-145's third-floor men's lavatory, closing and sealing the door behind itself. The lavatory door was not equipped with a lock. SCP-2181 asked to be hidden from a malevolent entity or force, details of which have not been provided to date. The lavatory wall had to be manually breached to effect rescue 2 of the personnel locked within. Addendum. Log of Event 2181-02. Preface. Dr. Amelia Wygand, head researcher for SCP-2181, had served as the SCP psychologist for the past 4 years, in the hope of reducing its introversion and gaining information about its origin. Timestamp: 1652, 1980. 00 mark. Dr. Wygant brings the session to a close and directs the SCP in cleaning up building block toys. Containment cell door is closed per regulations. 22-second mark. Dr. Wygant asks the SCP if it wishes to talk about where it came from. They shake their head and do not answer. She asks if it will describe how it reached Site-145. SCP-2181 responds that it just walked in, and ignores further questions while silently gathering blocks. 1 minute and 7-second mark. SCP-2181 cries out in alarm, turning to the cell door. Remote electromagnetic locking mechanism is engaged. Minute 15-second mark. Dr. Wygant moves to the door and discovers it is locked. She informs them that future play sessions will be jeopardized if she is not allowed to leave the containment cell. Minute 31. SCP-2181 looks at Dr. Wygant and places a finger against its lips. Site staff report containment cell door lock override is unresponsive. Dr. Wygant continues attempting to open the door and entreats the SCP to unlock it. Minute 57. Containment cell door opens. A hand, approximately 2 meters high, covered in unidentifiable crystal formations, emerges from inside the containment cell airlock and grasps Dr. Wygant and draws her through the door. Personnel mobilized outside the containment cell report that the outer door has been replaced with a view of deep space. Command advises team should not engage. SCP-2181 screams, and the containment cell door slams shut. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Outer door reappears, but is still locked. 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Remote lock override engages. Personnel enter the cell and find no signs of Dr. Wygant. SCP-2181 is curled in the fetal position, in the corner farthest from the door, crying. End note. SCP-2181 was unresponsive until moved to a new containment cell, at which time it locked the door and would not allow remote override for a period of 255 hours. Surveillance indicated it spent most of this time sitting on the bed and giggling or sleeping. When asked about the incident, they refused to provide any information about the entity or the whereabouts of Dr. Wygant. Containment procedures updated. 1980. Addendum. Log of Event 2181-04. On June 12, 2005, Site-145 experienced a power failure and site-wide containment breach. See Document 81-CB 2005-1206. SCP-2181 did not leave its cell during this time. After containment was re-established, a routine containment check revealed SCP-2181 playing with a small artifact made of crudely interlocking bones. Artifact was recovered and classified as Anomalous Item 2181-01. Bones did not conform to any known shape. Testing revealed them to contain human DNA mixed with cetacean DNA, and that of a third unknown species. Human DNA did not match any individual on file. Bones were inscribed with a series of lines that, when interpreted as binary code, reads as follows. Once upon a time there was a little prince. who wandered where he shouldn't, saw a thing he shouldn't. He tried to run away and closed the door behind. That silly little prince. It's not like he can hide. When questioned about the item, SCP-2181 said Amelia sends her love. Examination of security footage does not reveal how the SCP procured the item. Addendum log of Event 2181-05 on 2014. A human right arm, severed 8 centimeters below the shoulder, was found on the hallway floor outside of SCP-2181's containment cell, and subsequently classified as anomalous item 2181-02. Surveillance footage gives no indication of how -02 arrived at Site-145. Surreptitious questioning revealed no knowledge of the item by SCP-2181. Forensic analysis indicated that the arm had been amputated with a serrated blade. It had previously been split along the anterior side, the bones removed and replaced with bones with similar composition of those of -01. DNA analysis of the surrounding tissue indicated the arm belonged to Dr. Amelia Wygant. Identification of the ring on the 4th finger confirmed this. Inscribed into the dorsal surface of the forearm was a message in Morse code, translated below. That is not the print. Analysis concluded the message was inscribed via a serrated blade, though whether it was the same blade used to amputate the arm is unclear. Evaluation of containment of SCP-2181 is ongoing. And that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.